What's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 30 of Robin's Revival. I'm Chasing Lame. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Things have got dramatic and dramatically bad, and say it very quietly, I've had to resort to downloading tactics just to try and figure this mess out, buy myself some time. I know, don't hate me, I panicked. Roll titles. And welcome back from the intro. So I guess we should talk about what is going on in terms of the form, the future of the club, all this kind of stuff. A lot to unpack. I'll unpack it as fast as I can for you. So, since we last met, which memory serves was this Cardiff game, I know I was going to come back. I think I was going to come back for the Fulham game, and things got slightly delayed because I was trying to figure out tactics. As you can see, I've just been figuring out tactics for the last couple of months. We lost 4-1 to Nottingham Forest with a goal for Luke Dreyer. We lost 2-0 to Stoke. We lost 2-1 to Barnsley with Ryan Tulloch scoring. Lost 1-0 to Huddersfield. Lost 2-0 to Reading. Lost 2-0 to Blackburn. Drew 3-3 with Derby with Chris Long, Tyree Simpson and Charlie White getting on the score sheet. We have lost 4-0 to Preston. Bunch of friendlies. Lost 2-0 to Fulham. So scoring goals has been an issue. In terms of what I'm doing about that, what you will see if I switch this onto the transfers screen, you will see I have listed a large proportion of the first team squad, and some of these guys are listed not showing there. I've listed all but about 8 players on the first team squad because, frankly, none of them are good enough for the Championship, and quality, I think, is a key issue we're having here. In order to counteract that, though, I have, as I said in the intro, I have downloaded a tactic. This is the Papashango tactic by FM Stinger. Go check him out. He is on the YouTube. He is on the internet. He is a tactical genius, and this tactic apparently is kind of a lower league destroyer tactic, which hopefully I just want to carry us through to January so I can do that rebuild on the squad, because it's going to be quite a big scale rebuild because, like I said, most of these players are not good enough to be here, including some of them in the first team squad. Mark Helm, the more I think about him, the more I think he's never going to be a Championship player. He's just sort of stopped developing. He's stopped performing. I don't think he's going to be a Championship player. LA Galaxy want him, and if I can get just shy of $5 million for him, that will really help with the rebuild I need to do. I was looking at the job security screen. We are not in danger of being fired. We're not listed as being a club in danger or a manager in danger of being fired just yet, which is fine. However, if we look at the league table, we are very much in danger of being fired, I think is a safe thing to say. The league table will show you we are bottom of the league. We are 8 points adrift of safety right now. And by the time we get to January, there's, 3 or 4 games left? Let's say 5 games left in December. And I think we're going to be a little bit further adrift than we already are. And it's going to be really kind of squeaky bum time. Let's turn this around. That's kind of what I'm looking at. So it's going to be a case of I need to do a rebuild on the squad. That's going forward. Today, though, we're going to play QPR. We're going to try this tactic out for the rest of December. And we're going to see if we can get ourselves the win we desperately need. So in terms of our lineup today, this is how it's going to look. We've got Maguire playing in goal, Odomayo, Finn Burns, Gungbo and Gordon at the back. Stefan Johansson is playing as the Segundo Volante. We've got Forson, Thompson and Gilbert in the midfield. Helm and Archer starting as our kind of strike partnership, as it were. On the bench, Garnacho, McMahon, Pack, Tulloch, Bernard, Dreyer and Aguirre, all players I'm just shop windowing basically at this point. Let's see if we can get a win though. QPR are 22nd in the league, so if we're going to pick up any points, today is the day we have to do it. So into the dressing room, we need to show everyone what we're all about. That's probably a really good shout on the grand scheme of things. I really need Camaraderie to start scoring. He's one of those players who does look like he's got championship at least potential. He just doesn't seem to be finding a way to score goals, and scoring goals, as you've seen, is something of an issue for us right now, so that's kind of got to be something we work on. Right, throw in for us, it's Odomayo on the ball to Forsen. Forsen cuts it back to Johansson. Johansson on to Ogungbo. Ogungbo back to Finn Burns. Quite a young centre-half partnership, but I feel like they need the game time to develop. They can both, I think, become good, solid championship defenders. As Chair picks it up for QPR, which is a weird name, but there we go. Ball inside, and it's just gone wide from Chris Willock. Also, just for a thing for the comments, if anyone knows how to fix this so it goes back to being the way it was with all the things, let me know, because at some points, for some reason, that's done that and I can't fix it. So please let me know. As we get a throw on the far side, Gordon throws it to Helm. Back to Johansson, ball to Gilbert. Helm on the ball into Odomayo. And Akin Odomayo has scored his first goal of the season, and one of the first goals I can remember him scoring, if I'm honest. And maybe this tactic is going to bring him into the game, which is not a bad thing by any stretch of the imagination. Good interplay there with some good players. In terms of the loan signings, well, I think this is going to be the last year we use most of these. I'm stuck with Ryan Tulloch because I missed the fact I put a mandatory fee in his transfer. My bad. But I think everyone else may move on because I don't think they're going to get there in the time and space I need them to. Right, free kick for QPR. Chair to Honeyman, and Honeyman back to Chair. And we don't want to concede here, ideally. Finn Burns, of course, though, gives away a penalty just as I say that. And going into half-time on terms was not part of the plan. Louis Thompson has picked up a knock as well. Montiel taking the penalty. Oh, I thought Maguire was going to save it. Probably too much to hope for. Maguire is a goalkeeper, by the way. Not quite good enough for this level. He's probably actually not quite as good as Bettinelli, but he does seem to have that big game Premier League potential. And I feel like, you know, we're not losing anything by giving him a chance. Is sort of my thought process with the way things are going. We might as well give these young players a chance to play and develop and just see if it helps them at all. We'll say we're doing well, keep going till full time. Anyone I need to give a particular kit to? Not really, I don't think. It'd be nice if Stefan Johansson could come into the game a little bit more, being that he is the best player at the club by some distance. But, you know, I guess he needs the players around him to help him out a little bit too, as Dickey plays the ball forward to Honeyman, to Willock, to Montiel. Johansson's going to get himself sent off for that tackle, because that's the only reason you get that highlight. We all know that's the only reason you ever get that highlight. I guess we're going to go with a flat four in midfield, and I'm going to stick Marlon Pack in there, I think. I think I might use him as the ball winner. In fact, if I'm going to go to a ball winner, it probably needs to be Dreyer rather than Pack. Now I think about it. We'll do that for now. It's just going to be a case of hang on for dear life. The new tactic did not do the wonders for 90 minutes that I needed it to do today, I think is what we're all learning. And we just need to fight through. I think I'm not going to drop back to very defensive because, as we all know, that is a death sentence. We're going to drop back to balanced, though, because less of a death sentence, there might still be a chance we can steal a second goal if we're lucky on the break. Well, nothing has happened since the sending off, which is probably a good thing. We won't just hold on to the draw by the skin of our teeth. It's not the win I was hoping for, but with 10 men picking up a draw here is probably the best we could hope for. As the police have come to take Johansson away. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. The police have come to take Johansson away for that savage tackle. Into the dressing room. I don't think we can be too harsh on the team after that. I'm going to sympathise. Things didn't go well. I guess there's a hands on hips thing. There we go. We're all learning. In terms of individuals, though, I think we need to have a little chat with Stefan Johansson. Where is the... I'm not disappointed. I'm just angry. There we go. He seems motivated. That's a good start. Right, so we'll look at what we're going to come back in just a second. I think it's going to be on the other side of the transfer window, give me a chance to get business done, which means there may not be an episode tomorrow. It very much depends on recording a day ahead of time rather than in huge batches like I normally do. Let's have a little look and see what we're looking at on the schedule before I deal with all those. I think for a change of pace, we're going to come back for this Barnsley game on the 1st of February. Obviously, the FA Cup could screw that up because the FA Cup has a habit of doing that. But hopefully we'll come back for this Barnsley game on February 1st. I'll have done as much rebuilding on the squad as I can do by then. It's like I said, just going to be, maybe it'll be Thursday, it might be tomorrow, maybe Thursday, because I do have to spend a lot of time just getting this rebuild done, really focus on it and see where we end up in terms of our squad for the rest of the season going forward. So, in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for watching. I have, as always, been Chasing Lamely. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, etc. down below. Ring the bell, tells you when new episodes go up. Really handy in case I have a day where I can't get an episode up for whatever reason. And in the meantime, thank you for watching, as I said before. Been Chasing Lamely. See you all very soon. Have a good one.